Which leads me into my topic. There are 3 characteristics that are going to happen in your organization. And whether you are a low-level leader, a middle-level leader, or a high-level leader, it applies.
Stop yelling. Stop it. Stop yelling. Right off the bat, he makes 3 classifications of leaders: low-level leader, mid-level leader, high-level leader. These classifications are arbitrary. The only distinguishing factor of these levels of leadership are how many recruits you have underneath you and how far up your compensation plan, what your rank is in your multi-level marketing company. This has nothing to do with actual leadership. This is just somebody who is at the top of their pyramid scheme will say, look at how many recruits I have. Look at how big my downline is. I am a leader. Mid-level, you have less recruits. Low level, maybe you only have 1 recruit and it's your mom. Because that's what we're taught to do in multi-level marketing. Your first person that you should sign up, why not a family member? They should support you.
At every level, but on every level, it rises and the responsibility rises to another level as well. In every one of our organizations, we have sheep and we have goats and you have wolves.
And then we pause for effect. So what we do is we like to, in multi-level marketing, we like to dehumanize people and we call them sheep, goats, or wolves. This is how we treat people.
A sheep will follow the leader. A sheep will be faithful to the voice of the shepherd. A sheep will find themselves.
A sheep will find themselves a shepherd to shave their wool. A sheep will eat their grass. A sheep will lay down on the fields and watch the traffic as it drives by. A sheep, my friends, a sheep. No, this is what it reminds me of. Just wait, take a look at this.
Mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, the dog, the cat, the fish.
Your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, the sheep, the goats, the wolves.
What's on when you look? You're right. And that's the reason you look.
You're right.
Planted on the road towards success, and they only listen to documented success stories that can help them get to the front.
Sheep only listen to documented success stories. What are you talking about? This doesn't happen in the real world. This happens in multi-level marketing. This is considered like amazing coaching. Can you imagine? You have a staff meeting, and then this guy pulls up. He starts talking to you about there's 3 kinds of people with leaderships. You're like thinking of your management, like your staff. It's like, well, which one is the sheep and which one is the goat and which one is the wolf?
Promised land. Those are the sheep. I am a faithful sheep. In your organization, if you are the leader, it is your job to establish the voice, the declaration, so your people have something to follow.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Anything he does, this guy, he's just yelling all the time. Like this is this aggressive way that multi-level marketing operates. This is the only way that it operates. This is why you'll see, it doesn't matter what multi-level marketing company participant, you'll see creating content, whether it's selling financial services or products like skincare or makeup. They have this contempt for people and this feeling of superiority. And it's this very aggressive. I know better than you. You need to be a leader. You need to have this declaration. You're not going to war. The self-importance, it's just blown up. Like it's magnified so out of proportion to what you're actually doing. But this is what cults do. Because multi-level marketing is a commercial cult. It doesn't matter what you're selling. This is considered the norm in multi-level marketing, this kind of coaching. If you look at the comments, people are like, oh, wow, this was so amazing. Thank you so much. And he hasn't said anything. He just yells on stage. Are you impressed?
And be safe. not just follow because you sound good. They follow you because you have what it takes to keep them safe.
What does that mean? Keeping them safe from what? You're calling them a sheep? I'd like to drill down on this and find out exactly what you're talking about. You're in a multi-level marketing company. So what is this whole speech who is this speech directed to? Is it directed to the people at the very top of the pyramid? You're going to keep them safe. Safe from what? People pointing out that they're in a commercial cult, that they're using deception to try to recruit people into a commercial cult, that endless chain recruitment is a fraud, that they're in a racket. Is that keeping them safe from their friends and family members, cautioning them to do research, to actually look at what the definition of a cult is and to compare it with what they're doing? Safe from who? Isn't this strange? It's so combative. I've never heard of this guy. Somebody had sent me a link to this on Instagram, so thank you. You know who you are.
I'm talking to sheep right now. You can't be a leader if you don't know how to be a sheep.
Imagine thinking that that's profound.
Sheep doesn't mean weak. It takes a lot of strength for me, from where I'm from, to follow another man wholeheartedly.
Takes a lot of strength to be a sheep.
Knowing they're going to keep me safe. I'm a sheep to the process and to the professionalism of the multi-level marketing industry.
Well, he said it. You heard it from him, and most people are.
Because I feel safe. I don't mind submitting myself to somebody who's going to keep me safe. If you are a leader, it is your job to create a voice, to create a mantra, to create a system.
Oh my God. It is your job he needs to dial it down. This is so much. It's weird how he's emphasizing safe, being safe. Safe from what? This is supposed to be, you're going to make some extra money online. What? Very quickly, it morphs into purchasing tickets to events like this in order to improve your mindset, learn what it takes to be a high-level leader, and then inspire your team. And they all need to follow you. They need to submit to someone. What? The language here. This is what happens in cults. And you have this whole other work and coaches that exist alongside of multi-level marketing now.
That keeps you and your people safe. Listen, I don't care if you steal people from my organization. If you have what it takes to take my people, you deserve them.
Jesus, he is so angry. Why is he yelling so much? If you have what it takes to steal people from my downline. Can you imagine? You're just, where is he going with this? He started talking about submitting to someone. And you need to be a sheep, and he's a sheep to the multi-level marketing industry. And now he says, if you take my people, you deserve it. So you're not supposed to be able to poach other people's customers in multi-level marketing, but the whole thing is a racket. It doesn't matter. There's so much corruption going on. And this is just yet another example of the whole stinking corruption of it all. And it's how odd that it's I deserve it then. It's my fault. I take ownership of it. And I'm going to exhibit so much strength that I'm going to walk back and forth on this stage yelling and gesturing and talking about sheep and animals. And that means I'm a really powerful leader and you should listen to me and you should purchase my coaching. This guy's irrelevant.
I'm that confident. I don't recruit professional multi-level marketers, to be honest with you. I raise them up.
I wonder what company he was with. I wonder how many people he recruited and what that story is.
You come to an event like this with the mindset of finding other networkers. I'm looking for who turned 18 today.
Who turned 18 today? Because now you're legal. Now I can get you. You haven't had enough experience yet. This is the predatory. This is yet another example of the predatory nature of multi-level marketing and cults. Who turned 18 today? Can you imagine thinking that this is an effective strategy to grow your business? You're on the hunt. You're looking who turned 18 today. I'm going to help you. No, you're feeding on them. And he thinks that this is something that's really profound. And all the people in the audience think it is too. And so then all these other people that are like, wow, he's such a good coach. I've got to look at people like this too. I'm going to go back to my community and look around and see who's just turned 18.
I will outbuild you with the mindset of going after big networkers with 18-year-olds. Why? Because I know how to.
You're so full of shit. You do nothing. You talk a big game. You're walking back and forth on some Eric Worre's stage. You're nobody. And you scam a lot of people out of a lot of money. And you're doing a lot of damage to people too, encouraging them to go after people that have just turned 18. Do you hear yourself?
How to create the voice to keep people safe, to be a shepherd.
Wow, look at this. Look at how it's look at how he's framing this. Isn't it interesting? I'm a shepherd. I've got to be a sheep. You need to submit. I'm going to keep repeating the word safe. And now I'm going to go after 18-year-olds. I'm going to build you up. What do you know about people? And then I'm going to keep saying the word safe as if that makes it all okay. This inspirational music in the background is annoying too, isn't it? This is only 3 minutes into this. I don't know how much more I can take.
For a sheep to follow. And then you have goats. We all
Goats.
have goats. The tricky thing about a goat is a goat can actually make you think they're a sheep for a certain period of time.
Did you know that? A goat can actually make you think that they're a sheep, but you got to watch those goats. They're sneaky. They like to bounce on trampolines. They're cute. Some of them, you can look at them and you think that's a sheep. Then you realize you make a loud noise and they all fall over and they just fall asleep. They're asleep. They're not a sheep. They're asleep. Be very mindful. Some goats are goats. Some goats look like sheep. Make sense? Are you with me? Does that make sense? Some of them, you got to wait until they turn 18.
But at some point, a goat will expose themselves. And Maya Angelou said, if you allow somebody to talk.
Surprise, I'm a goat. I can't. At some point, there's going to be a goat. You might think it's a sheep, but suddenly it's going to expose itself as a goat. You'll be like, I knew it. Dang nabbit. I thought you had me fooled. What are going to be the character traits of a person that is a goat? What do you think? I can't wait. They're going to expose themselves as a goat. Surprise.
Talk long enough, they'll tell you who they are. See, a goat, you just got to let them talk. You got to let them show up to events. Because at some point, a goat will expose themselves. But they're.
So he said it. So is a goat good or is a goat bad? I don't know. A goat. Goat. It's my dad.
There's a benefit with the goat. The benefit with the goat is you can milk them as fast as you can.
Let's just talk about the predatory nature of multi-level marketing. You want to target people who have just turned 18, and now you want to use people. But we're going to, instead of saying that we're going to use people and try to drain them dry financially, emotionally, psychologically, drain their friendships, exploit their networks and their social credibility, we're going to say, well, they're an animal. They deserve it. I'm going to dehumanize them. So then I'm not going to activate my empathy. And by not taking them down, I'm going to also call them a goat, because goats are bad. Not like sheep. Sometimes they can pretend to be sheep, but they'll expose themselves. They'll probably start critically thinking and asking questions, but you can milk them. You can milk them. Milk those goats. That makes it okay.
See, when I
Milking them.
see a goat and somebody identifies themselves as a goat, I'm not casting them off the team. I'm going to milk them for all their contacts before I lose them.
Wow, look at that. I'm going to milk them for all their contacts. So you could have somebody, so just say, I don't even know if he's recruited anybody. I think he's full of shit, because most of these scammers are, especially these scammer multi-level marketing coaches, and especially the ones that are invited to Eric Worre's GoPro. Can you imagine? So you now have a friend or a family member, say it's like your mom. So help me, my mom has joined an MLM. She attends this event. Maybe this guy is her upline. And she starts, but you know what? You're like, Mom, I need you to look at this. This is starting to damage our relationship. She happens to be open and she starts listening. But you know what this fucker does is he goes onto her Facebook account and he gets all her contacts and he adds them onto his list. And then he sends a friend request to them. And a lot of people on Facebook, they'll think, oh, well, my mutual friend is your mom. And this guy's friends with her, it must be safe to accept this friend request. And he will go and he will comb through her contacts, and he will prospect them. He will try to manipulate them. And he's telling you exactly what he's doing. And he thinks that this is ethical. He thinks that this is okay. This is multi-level marketing. He's a dime a dozen, yet just another example of a pathetic, weak, grasping MLM coach.
See, I know I'm going to lose a goat. At some point, somehow, some way.
Can you imagine? He's gesturing that he's like milking the tits of a goat. You've paid however much money to go to a GoPro event. You're watching a man stand up there talking about someone who is he hasn't said why these people are goats. It's just, they're just bad in some way. We don't really know why. But he's going to milk them for all they're worth because they deserve it. They don't deserve to be treated as a human being. They don't deserve to just be like, there's a boundary that is set and you treat them as you would want to be treated yourself. No, they deserve to be milked. Milk them for everything they've got. Isn't that the American dream? They deserve it.
I'm going to lose this goat. So let me milk this mofo as fast as I can. Let me milk you for all your contacts.
Let me milk you for all your contacts. So this is what happens in multi-level marketing. This is why it's so important to start getting this information in schools. This is a commercial cult. You're going to be propositioned to get into a commercial cult through something that's like seemingly innocuous. It could be like your friend saying, you got to try this coffee. It is so good. I can't believe it. It tastes really good. I haven't tried anything like this before. You know me. I'm always so cynical about this kind of thing, but I really like this coffee. It's so good. And it's just ground coffee. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'll just have some coffee. That's one way you could get recruited into a cult through something like that from a friend. But then then this is what you're up against. So this is what your kids are going to be facing. A guy that is just waiting for them to turn 18. And look at how many people are in this stadium. And they're all taking notes. Oh, they're writing it down. They're going to be doing live videos about this, telling all their friends and family, making videos talking about just wait until they turn 18 and milk them for all it's worth. They deserve it. They're a goat. You think direct selling is a legitimate business model? Tell me what business model does this? Where you have thousands of people hanging on this guy's word and people just like him and thinking that this is okay. This is standard. This is across multi-level marketing. This is when you're like, but I don't understand what this has to do with my coffee. Exactly. My interview with Robert Fitzpatrick, he talks about the products being the cheese in the mousetrap. The mousetrap is the commercial cult that you're getting recruited into, even as a customer. You like the coffee. It's the cheese. The cheese is sitting on the mousetrap. The product can be good. But what you're in, this is what you're getting into. Even at a customer level. I've seen people do interviews where they talk about how their friend isn't really into recruiting. They're not like all the other people there that they see. They're not all about recruiting anybody that lives and breathes. They're a unicorn. You'll see people that believe that they're not affected by multi-level marketing, that have never signed up for multi-level marketing, being just as brainwashed as people in multi-level marketing because they're using language like this. The truth is that your friend that you think is so different just because they're your friend. There isn't a unicorn company. There isn't a unicorn rep that doesn't think about recruiting. This unicorn doesn't exist, and that's why you're using that language. Hope this is giving you something to think about and to see. This is just happening right there in the open.
Our warm market is about to become my warm market because we're about to go through your list, baby. We about to milk this goat.
We're about to milk this goat. And this is why I've had to struggle with unfollowing and blocking people on social media, because this is what they do. They go through your friends list. So I've had people that have left, friends that have left multi-level marketing. They understand that it's a cultic racket, that it's fraud, and then they choose to go back. And then they're going to go through my friends list. They're going to go through your friend list on Facebook. You might not even know that they're doing this. And they'll feel justified. They're going to milk you. Do you think that's an ethical way to treat someone? Do you think that, trying this really great flavorful coffee that was, you've never tasted anything like it, is it worth to treat other people that way? Like, he thinks that this is what a powerful businessman. This is so pathetic. You can't build a business by doing this predatory behavior. This is a hallmark characteristic of multi-level marketing. And you'll see the people, they're all like clapping. You can look at the comments of this video too. Wow, damn, that was good. What part was it good? Waiting for people to turn 18? Was that the part that was really good for you? Please tell me exactly what parts of this speech were really good for you. Classifying people as a goat and milk them for all they're worth. We still haven't figured out what he classifies a goat. What are these character traits of a goat? But boy, you sure, you can use them up however you want to. They're not people, they're goats.
Your ability or inability to effectively label a goat will cost you or make you.
Jesus Christ, you know what? It's like this reminds me where he's like, your inability or ability to identify a goat. This was like that Jason Derulo song where it's like, savage love. That's what it reminds me of. He's like, but why? This is for what? For your friend to sell Bravenly coffee, for your friend to sell you, or your mom to sell you Monate shampoo, or to try to recruit you into Primerica, because Primerica is totally different. We're a legitimate MLM. You need to get regulated. You can't just sign up. Same as eXp Realty. You need to be a real estate agent. With Primerica, you need to pass these either state or provincial, licensing things. We're totally legit. Milk them like a goat. Milk them like the goat there, and milk all their contacts too. Just go into Facebook and one at a time, just milk them and wait till they're 18. And then you can milk them. Bravo, Johnny WIMBREY. What a fantastic, rousing speech this is. Sign me up.
millions. If you're going to quote anything I say on social media, you better give me credit for that one. Your ability.
Oh, we'll give you all the credit you want. That's totally up for you. Well done. Johnny Wimbrey says to just wait, just hang on and just wait and then watch people before they turn. And when they turn 18, then go after them and then milk everyone like a goat, milk all their contacts. Heck, why not milk their contacts? Milk everyone.
Or inability to effectively identify a goat, it will make you or it will cost you millions.
Fuck, it's going to cost you millions if you can't identify a goat. Where are all these goats? Are you lost? So am I. I want to see some goats. This is a goat pajama party. Look how cute they are. I'm gonna milk those goats. I'd rather just watch videos of some goats. I don't know about you.
Once somebody identifies they are a goat, you start milking.
Hi, what do you identify as? I identify as a goat. All right, bend over. Time to milk ya.
And hope they have a lot of teats.
Isn't he edgy? Isn't that so funny? I hope you have a lot of teats so I can milk you. This isn't creepy or weird at all. This is just standard, really effective business coaching, executive coaching. Ooh, it's a good thing that they got Johnny Wimbrey here to talk about how many teats they have. Isn't he funny?
I ain't never said teat a day in my life.
Well, you're saying it now. You're making up for it. Well done. You feel cool? He's like quite pleased with himself. Look at this. He's like, I got up on the stage and I said the word teat. Oh, I'm such a powerful businessman. Look at how cool I am. I like shock people by just saying the word teat and calling them goats. It's not impressive at all.
I'm from the hood. If I said teat in the hood, they'd be like, bro, what's up?
No, I'm from Southern Alberta. We say tits. We say useless as tits on a bull. Your coaching is useless as tits on a bull. This event is useless as tits on a bull. You could say teats, but it would be off. Much like your preaching here, it's off. It's just weird. People would look at you weird here too. Why are you saying teat? Anybody would be looking at you. And you know what else? What people are looking at you weird at, Johnny Wimbrey, is why you're waiting for people to turn 18. That's fucking weird too.
I'm just trying new stuff right now. I'm seeing what works. But you milk that goat as fast as you can, and then you have wolves. A wolf comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
So can you imagine, like, I've shown up to this GoPro training event to figure out how to grow my multi-level marketing business. I need to do this 90-day run or whatever they're going to throw at you, right? So you've saved up your money. You're going to go there maybe with a friend, maybe with your team. But then you're sitting down listening to this guy. And he's banging on about a sheep, a goat. Now he's yelling about a wolf. He just keeps yelling. And how are you supposed to determine who is a wolf? They're coming to destroy. Like, this is so... It's like us versus them within multi-level marketing. It's us versus them outside. Inside, we're safe. You've got to submit. And then there's the outside. There's the haters, the uncoachable, the negative thinkers, the stinker thinkers, the demons, the people that vibrate at a lower frequency, et cetera, et cetera. But then there's like the wolves. They come to seek and destroy. Who gets to apply these labels to people? It's a self-righteous, like, I get to decide because I'm yelling. I'm walking back and forth on stage. I said the word tit. I don't know. Excuse me. I said the word teat. It means I'm means I'm really a really good coach.
If you entertain a wolf, that's your fault. If you elevate a wolf and you put a wolf on stage and that wolf takes your entire organization.
So he's talking about edifying. He said, if you edify a wolf. So he's using the word incorrectly. This is what cults do. They redefine words. He means deify. So when he says, if you edify a wolf, so then this is when we're like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's talking about, apparently, there's somebody that it's like a personal grievance that he's like working out this passive aggressive resentment into this speech now, and it will relate to other people out there. That's where this is going. So he's had somebody on his team that he edified. He brought them up on stage. He thought they were a sheep. He didn't think they were a goat. Goat's bad. Wolf's bad. You want sheep. Only sheep. Sheep submit. Goats have teats that you milk. Wolves, you got to come to seek and destroy and kill. So he had probably edified somebody he thought was a sheep and said, my next, the next speaker at this event is going to be someone that I raised up from the time they turned 18. I knew they had promise. They had a big heart. They wanted to help people. They wanted to show up powerfully and give value and impact the world. This person has given so much to this company and this team. I proudly present to you our next speaker, Joe Blow. Hey! So Joe Blow comes up, but Joe Blow is just as much like as a cutthroat as this Johnny WIMBREY, and decides to goes to another MLM company and takes a lot of this Johnny's downline, which he said in the when he's talking about the sheep, that he deserves it. He did something anyway to really piss this Johnny off. He doesn't, this is a wolf. So that's what he's talking about, edification. So I don't know if that's the scenario that happened, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Because you elevated them too fast. You gave them a platform just because they had numbers, but they don't have integrity. That makes
you don't have integrity. Do you have integrity? What do you think? Do you think Johnny WIMBREY has integrity? Milking all the teats? All the people that just turned 18. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And people wonder why are there so many people speaking out against multi-level marketing? This is just one small facet. This is run of the mill. This is standard behavior. It gets more and more shocking. And it doesn't matter what company you look at. Optavia, however you say the name of that company. Beachbody, WFG, Saint Makeup, Q Sciences. It doesn't matter what company you're in. All of this stuff, it's going on in every company. This is considered just normal, inspirational. Can you imagine if he showed up at your school and spoke to your kids like this? What would you do? I bet that guy wouldn't come to your school and ever get to speak anywhere again.
You a fool. When you see a wolf, they come to kill, steal, and destroy. I have requested wolves to be terminated in my organization.
Wow, isn't he amazing? He's so powerful. I've requested people to be terminated and got rid of out of multi-level marketing companies too. I've written reports to the FTC and also the Competition Bureau Canada. I also create content here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, even Twitter. I made a Twitter account just to post about my open letter to Parliament. I've actually written to various members of Parliament as well, particularly the first people I wrote to were the ones that were met with the Direct Selling Association of Canada in May 2023. I started with them first. We have something in common.
And those wolves ended up leading me to millions in profits. And I had to terminate them because I saw the wolf show up. I can't have this person.
Can you imagine thinking that this is what you want to be when you grow up? He's just fucking yelling. He's just yelling and yelling, and he's talking about sheeps and goats and wolves. Johnny, angry Johnny. And look at this. Look at that. This is so inspirational. I'm going to milk the teats of all the goats. Just milk them. I'm going to milk your contacts too. If you want to buy a product, you can find a substitute MLM product. It's easy. There are groups on Facebook that are for dupes for multi-level marketing products. Nothing. No lipstick, no coffee, no protein powder is worth having your contacts being milked like teats. It's not, there's no product that has there's no price that you can pay on any kind of product.
Terminated because they make me too much money. The money that they make you, when you identify them as a wolf, you better cut them as fast as you can because they're going to take everything you have. A wolf comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
So isn't this so nice, this multi-level marketing industry where it's like so supportive and we're a community of like-minded individuals, and then you don't have to go like too far deep down into this rabbit hole to just uncover this vile, aggressive, combative, warlike, us versus them truth. This is the only way that multi-level marketing is held together, is through this. This is like the mortar between the bricks. It doesn't hold together without this kind of nonsense. And this has been going on since Amway. It's the same stuff. It's nothing new. It's the same people getting all jacked up on stage, pretending to be like so edgy and cool by saying words like some swear, some use words like teats, like thinking that, oh, wow, aren't you impressed with me? It's the same thing. It's the threatening. It's the aggressive.
And when a wolf identifies themselves and you still tolerate that wolf, that's your fault. Every level of leadership.
That's freaking me out. That tongue flicking thing he's got. I don't know what that's about.
We are dealing with this. You have sheep, you have wolves, and you have goats. And it is your responsibility to identify which one they are. A goat can become a sheep at some point, but you better milk that bad boy just in case they don't. What's your mama name? What's your daddy name? What's your parole officer name?
What's your mama's name? What's your daddy's name? What's your parole officer's name? I want to milk them. I want to milk you. I want to milk them. I'm going to do this really weird, these hand gestures. I'm going to yell. This is how you grow a business before they turn into a sheep.
What's your pastor name? Who did your hair? I need everybody on your contact list.
Why do you need every single person on a contact list? Why are you so desperate? And why are you yelling about it? Why are you so desperate to milk people? How do you think this is okay?
As quick as possible, because I have no idea how long I'm going to have you. I don't know.
Well, I can give you an idea. It's usually about a year, because each year there is a 50 to 80% churn rate, which means each year in every multi-level marketing company, 50 to 80% of people don't last the year. They churn out. That's what's called the churn rate. And they'll go to another multi-level marketing company. A lot of them do. And they'll go to it. It's because it's like a cult. It is a cult. Because it's a cult, they jump from one to another one because they don't heal. They think there must have been something wrong with my mindset. Well, maybe the products weren't good. Maybe I was part of this really toxic company where this guy just banged on about how you had to milk people's teats all the time. And it really fucking creeped me out, especially when he said, just wait for people to turn 18. That really fucking freaked me out. So I went to this other multi-level marketing company. So that's usually how long people stay on average. It's 50 to 80%. of people each year are churned through. You'll see the same people sitting at the very top because they have no reason to go unless they get fired or maybe they're terminated because somebody like you calls them a wolf. They'll just move to another multi-level marketing company and start at the top of that one. They have a network now. They have a downline. People know, like, and trust them. All the sheep that will follow them. All right. Hope that answers your question.
Oh, but what I do know, your warm market is about to become my warm market because I don't know if you have
your warm market. So let's just break that down too. Warm market are the people that you know. This is when your social networks, your friends, your family, people that you're connected to on Facebook or Instagram, that's the people that trust you, the people that you have some kind of connection with, that maybe you don't see each other all the time, but maybe your acquaintances, maybe your colleagues at work. He now is taking ownership of all those contacts, and he feels justified in doing that. How predatory. Isn't this revolting? This is multi-level marketing. This is what's going on. He is taking your contacts, thinking that this is okay, and he's advising thousands of people that it's okay to do, and everybody's just sitting there taking notes and teaching their teams to do the same thing.
have what it takes to go from goat to sheep. You try to milk a wolf, that's perversion.
Oh, that's perversion. Got it.
You try to milk a wolf, you are a perverted.
Do you try to milk a person that just 18 in all their contexts? Is that perverted? Are you talking about milking people? Is that perverted? I'm just curious, Johnny. What else do you consider a perversion?
Leader. I don't know if I like him no more. I'm just keeping it real.
You're not keeping it real. You're a predator, and you're coaching other people to become predators too. And it's alarming, and it's disgusting. And you're trying to get ahead of any criticism by saying, oh, I don't know if I like him anymore. I don't fucking like you. And as people wake up, they're not going to like you either. This is gross.
Don't create millionaires by being passive. Every one of my leaders love me and hate me at the exact same time.
Is that a big show of strength? All of your leaders, this is the only way that you make millionaires. This is how you make it in multi-level marketing. Let me guess. They love you and hate you at the same time because you're such an alpha male. You're so powerful. Wow. You can say the word teats. Ooh, nobody has said the word teats where I grew up from. Jesus Christ, you're a fucking joke. This isn't strength at all. This is appalling. And it's appalling that you've gotten away with it for so long. More and more people are starting to wake up. People have sent me this video. People that were coached. They saw you and they're revolted by it. And more people will come forward in time. So the world is going to get a view of what you're up to. This is disgusting. You've gotten away with it because it's occurred in the shadows of multi-level marketing. You shine the light on it. You open those curtains, that light shines in on exactly what multi-level marketing is about. This is multi-level marketing coaching. People see can you imagine now how many people are going to flock to multi-level marketing thinking, wow, this is what I really want to do. Wow, this guy is such an amazing coach. Let me hire him. People will, because they're already brainwashed in multi-level marketing, but you're going to be very pressed to try to get more clients. Teat milker, perversion, 18-year-old, safe, wolf, sheep, goat. Shame on you.
And why? Because iron sharpens iron. I don't have time to play. We got more schools to build in Guatemala. We've got more wells to dig in third world countries in Africa.
Oh, really? You're going to build wells in Africa? Do you eat everything off your plate too? Because children in third world countries are starving? What about in your own community? What about preventing the exploitation of people that have just turned 18? You think that might be fucking beneficial? A goal to strive towards? How about not looking at people who just turned 18 and their contacts as milking the teats of them? How about that? I think that's a worthwhile goal too. You could do that right in your backyard, so to speak.
I don't have time to play. I need to set people free. I need to be able to call my leaders and say, hey, listen, we're getting on an airplane and we are going to Ghana and we're going to build.
You're going to go to, this is it. Hey, everybody, we're going to Ghana. We're going to Ghana. We're going to milk some teats. You got to sit down. You could just go for a big hike and just get a lot of that aggressiveness out of your system too. You're going to go to Ghana. All your leaders are going to go to Ghana on a plane. What multi-level marketing company were you with? It's probably something, they're all so stupid. I'm just trying to wonder what it would be like. Can you imagine if it's Primerica? The suit is like kind of Primerica-esque. You know, my leader, we're going to Ghana. I'm going to get on a plane. We're going to go to Ghana. We're going to go milk some teats. No. Not you, not that wolf. I got him terminated. Everybody's yelling all the time. And you get off the plane and you just expect everybody to be like sheep. You just like bow down at your feet. Oh, thank you so much. Like tugging at your pant leg. Thank you so much for digging us a well. Could never have done it without your magnificence. It's such a fucking joke.
Water purification systems. I don't know how long we're going to be there, but your residual check is up. We got to go.
Residual income.
That's freedom. You can't have a wolf in the camp and create freedom at the exact same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is our responsibility as leaders in the network marketing, multi-level marketing profession to identify, are you a sheep, are you a goat, or are you a wolf? If you identify yourself as a wolf, that means you came to this place to kill, steal, and destroy. I will slit your throat.
I want to kill you. I want to blow you away.
There's something wrong with you when you think that this kind of language and behavior, this performance is okay. The aggression has built throughout this short speech, where now he's talking about, I will slit your throat. Like, you're a predator. And this is, I'm running out of adjectives to use here.
Before I let you take money out of my pocket. Before I let you rob my kids.
Rob your kids, but it's okay for you to be milking the teats of all the goats. That's okay. But you're going to slit the throat of what? Anybody that's going to take them. How are they taking their money? How are they taking your money? Or is it you have taken their money and they're pointing out that this is fraud and that this behavior is not okay, but it is abusive. And you like your word, it is a perversion of coaching. And it is alarming. It's okay for you to look at people as goats and consider milking them, milking their contacts, going into their personal information and taking whatever you can because you're owed it. And then you have no responsibility, no accountability. Shame on you. This isn't strength at all.
I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. My favorite book says I got one assignment and one assignment only. And that assignment is to leave an inheritance for my children's children.
The legacy you're leaving for your children when they look back and they see a video like this where you talk about exploiting people, targeting people who are just about to turn 18. What a legacy. These videos don't go anywhere. They're out there forever.
Children's. So when I identify a wolf, it's my responsibility to cut them as soon as possible. You have sheep, you have wolves, you have goats. At any moment in any one of those structures, in no particular area, in no particular order.
In no particular area. They could be in the field. They could be in your dreams. They could be in your bedroom. They could be out your back door. They could be in any area, in any way, shape, or form. They're everywhere. They're you, they're me, they're all of us. What are you talking about? I don't know. I'm talking about sheep, goats, and wolves.
By implementing and putting into practice, is this person a sheep? They're faithful. Are they a goat? Let's milk them as quick as we can because we don't know how long we're going to have them. And if you're a wolf, you got to kill, steal, and destroy. You got to go. If I entertain you for an extra second, that's my fault. That's my fault. There's
3 categories of people: sheep, goat, wolf. Sheep are the only thing. Blind obedience, just completely faithful. Goat, we don't really know what's going on with the goat, but you just want to milk them as fast as you can. I guess you don't milk sheep. You only milk goats. Only goats have teats that can be milked. Wolves, you want to get rid of them right away because they want to seek, kill, and destroy. They're horrifying. They're terrible. And then if you do entertain them for even 1 minute, then whatever consequences you suffer is completely your fault. Like, let's see. Johnny, have you ever taught your downline how to track their expenses? Just in a simple, like, income and expenses. Just 2 things. Have you ever taught your downline to do that? Been in multi-level marketing?
Types of fools on the planet.
I know the answer. That's a rhetorical question, by the way.
Those who trust anyone and those who don't trust anyone. You better find out as a leader how to balance this thing called leadership. And leaders lead with love.
This is love. I'm doing this because I love you. This is how I show love.
Dictators lead with manipulation. Be the leader. Be a leader by having the strength and the wisdom and the balls to cut a wolf off at the.
I got bigger balls than you, Johnny WIMBREY.
Tracks if they ever go against the voice of the house.
What are you talking about? Like, okay, so how do I sell more shampoo? That's all I wanted to learn. I just wanted to sell more shampoo. How can I help more people in my community make $50 extra each month? It just like it's this slippery slope down to this thing where it's like, I'm going to slit your throat.
It has been my pleasure. It's been my honor to serve.
And it has been my privilege to milk your teeth.
You in some shape, form, or fashion in this capacity.
In some shape, form, or capacity. Bookjohnny.com. www.iamnotagoat.com. I don't even know what to say to that.